Cloud Code just had a massive upgrade of agent teams feature, which is different from the task and sub-agent feature we had before. This time, it can spin up 3 to 5 different Cloud Code instances to collaboratively complete a task and project. And each Cloud Code session here can communicate with each other with different communication protocol and method. I spent a bit of time to look into the actual logs of the large language model call from the new agent teams feature to understand how it actually works compared with the previous sub-agent. And now I think I finally have a good grasp. I'm going to take you through how exactly does team agent works and how each agent share context with each other and how they communicate step by step. But firstly, let's talk about how do you actually install and use agent teams. So to use Cloud Code agent teams, firstly, making sure you update your Cloud Code to the latest version, which is 2.1.34. And then you will need to set environment key Cloud Code experimental agent teams to be 1 in settings.json. You can just do code/.claude/settings.json. This should open up your settings.json file at global level. You can insert this env key here to Cloud Code experimental agent teams to be 1 and save it. And then making sure you're adding a new Cloud Code session. Now, if you prompt it with something that mentioned that you should create agent teams to do certain tasks, it will start setting up different teammates and then create a task list and trigger different Cloud Code sessions for each task. Below, you will see those different agent sessions start showing up. You can set enter on each one to see what it is doing. And looking at the top, you will see that for each agent team, it will be given a prompt about the task itself. You can talk to each individual team member if you want to give specific instruction. Once finished, it will shut down the teammates, basically closing off each Cloud Code sessions and go back to the main session. But to best use agent teams, you want a tmux type of terminal experience where you just spin up different sessions so you can see what each agent is doing live. And to do that, the easiest way is you will download tmux, or if you're on Mac, you can download iterm2, which is more advanced terminal app. And you will need to go to settings, general, and turn on the Python API option. Once you did that, just close iterm2 and restart. And for the new session, you can run claude-teammate-mode tmux. So this open Cloud Code with agent teams function in split view. As team lead agent setting up new agent team members, you will see new session windows just popping up on the other side. So you can see clearly what each agent is doing. Just clicking inside the session and send a new message if you want. So this is the best way I found to use the agent teams. But the more important part is that we actually want to deeply understand how this agent team works, so that we can decide when to use this agent team methods versus the sub-agent. And here I did a whole back and forth investigation to understand all the new tools that Cloud Code is having now and how the communication happens between different agents. And let me break it down for you. So one of the key changes is that before agent teams, Cloud basically have this one tool called task tool that can spin up a sub-agent to do certain things. And once sub-agent finish, the session just terminate, and only the summary response will be sent back to the main agent. So this is how it works. But with agent teams, it is going through a much more complicated process with a list of new tools that agent has. Firstly, agent will call this new tool called team create. Basically, the main agent can call this team create tool, which will create new agent teams under your .claude/teams folder. And this will create a config file including some basic information about the team. And at this point, the team member array is still empty. There's also one configuration called agent type, which allows the main agent to define who the team lead is. At the moment, it's not entirely clear why they have this one. I assume it's for some future features that they might add. But this is the first step of team create. And the second step is creating a list of tasks. So this is different from the task tool, which will spin up new agents. Task create tool is to log all the to-do for the teams, which will be added to .claude/task folder as well, where each task will have its own JSON file to log the status. And you can see for each one, it will including things like subject, description, status, and blocked and blocked by. So this is later will be used for identifying dependencies, so agent know when to pick up which tasks. And once this task list is created, that's where it will run the actual task tool. So this task tool is the same task tool as what we had before for spin up sub-agent, except it is getting some upgrades. So task 2 now has 2 new entities. Team name will be used to identify which team it is, and name is the actual team member name. And once those are wrong, instead of spinning up a new sub-agent, it will actually create a new Cloud Code session, where each Cloud Code session will inherit the team information, the team ID, as well as a task list. So it can autonomously complete, update, or even create new tasks. And typically, for each new Cloud Code instance, it is supposed to use task update tool to update the status of the task, which looks something like this. It has task ID, the status, which can be pending, in progress, complete, or deleted. The owner will be default this sub-teammates. And if they want, they can add this dependency information to add blocks and add blocked by. And they can continue this task until they feel like they need to send a message tool. And this send message tool will allow the sub-teammates to communicate back with team leads, which is the main agent that coordinate the work. But also it can talk to any other teammates. So this send message tool has a few methods. One is a message, which is send a one-on-one message to any other agent, or it can broadcast, which means it can send the same message to every single agent. And for the sub-agent, most likely it will use these two methods. But for the main team lead agent, which is the agent that we are talking to and orchestrate whole agent teams, we'll also have this shutdown request method to a specific agent. And this is a way how the team leads closing or terminate sub-teammates session. So from what I understand is that the team leads will send a shutdown request to the sub-teammate. And after that request, it can send back the shutdown response to the main agent, which will automatically terminate this sub-teammate's session. And in the end, the main agent will call this team delete tool to actually shut down the whole team. And the message communication protocol between different agents is basically injecting new user messages to each other's conversation history. So in Teams folder, there's an inbox folder that is maintaining the inbox for every single agent teammates. And it has a read status, which probably is used to identify whether the message has been sent to the sub-teammates yet. And for the agent who received the message, the new user message will be sent to this agent with this teammate message tag that including the full message information. Based on the information, can decide what to do next. Here I'm using Langfuse to actually track what exactly goes into each large language model call for my Cloud Code. I was using Cloud Trace for this, which normally gives me really in-depth track of Cloud Code's system prompt tools it has access to and everything. But unfortunately, that no longer works with the latest Cloud Code. But Langfuse does this Cloud Code integration that you can use. Basically, it is utilizing Cloud Code's stop hook to automatically sync data with Langfuse after each time Cloud Code finishes the session. It is not as good as Cloud Trace, but still giving good visibility about what is actually going on for each request. So this is how agent teams work. There's a lot of room for imagination with this new setup because it allows them to share context between each other on demand as well as a shared list of tasks. I'm pretty curious to see what kind of use case people come up with that actually utilize this capability to send message to each other, as well as let each sub-teammates to update new tasks as they go. And here's one pretty interesting example for debugging, because quite often when you just use one sub-agent, it tends to find one plausible explanation and stop looking. But for some more trickier situation, it is actually useful to have multiple agents explore different directions and critique shared findings with each other to conclude what is most plausible matter. And here I just tried with the super design production code base that we have. And this one bug that has been hidden pretty deep. Then I can tell the agent, spin up 5 agent teammates to investigate different hypotheses, have them talk to each other and try to disprove each other's theory, like scientific debate. Update findings doc with whatever consensus emerge. So here you will see that the main agent firstly create the task list as we discussed before. And then for each task, it spin up new Cloud Code sessions on the fly, where each one is investigating a different directions. And you can see this time, sub-agents will sometimes use podcast to send their findings to all the other agents, debate with each other, and in the end, each one send their final verdict back to the main agent. And meanwhile, sometimes they will also use this write memory tool, which is quite interesting. And if I open it, it seems to write kind of documentation about the consensus findings from each agent. And in the end, it comes back with a complete picture, which is a lot more in-depth than you will get from just one sub-agent. And this is just one quick example of what potential new use case can be unlocked with this new agent team structure compared with the previous simple sub-agent setup. As I mentioned, I'm really keen to see what kind of use case people can come up with this new setup. Comment below, let me know any interesting findings you have. Meanwhile, if you want to dive deeper, you can join AI Builder Club, which is a community of top AI builders who are building and launching AI products. Their learning resource and weekly workshops where we dive deep into building agents and AI coding workflow. I also put a link below so you can join if you're interested. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you, and I see you next time.